I have international news coming in. Israel has started a ground invasion in South Lebanon. This is, remember, right after Hassan Nasrallah, who was neutralized by the IDF. Now the IDF is raiding to dismantle Hezbollah bases in Lebanon. This is huge. This is the ground invasion, remember, that's happening. This is the ground targeting that is happening in South Lebanon. I'm joined right now by our managing editor, Gaurav Sawant, for the latest on that. Gaurav, this was awaited and it's finally happening. How is the IDF operating? What are the latest details that you have?
So the IDF has just put out a statement, Pooja, which said that in accordance with decisions that have been taken, IDF has begun localized, limited and targeted ground raids. And these are intelligence-based operations that have been mounted against Hezbollah terrorist targets. That's the statement that's been put out. The aim is to take out these terrorist targets and infrastructure in southern Lebanon, and these are located in villages that are very close to the border and pose an immediate threat to the Israeli communities in northern Israel. Israel is trying to, send back at least 80,000 of its citizens who had been evacuated after the 7th of October from northern part of Israel. They are being sent back, and before that, these raids are being carried out, and these are happening, so first you have the Israeli Air Force that's pounding these locations, then the Israeli artillery that's supporting the ground forces, and after that, late last night, special forces or commandos were airdropped, they were paradropped behind enemy lines. They took out some of the critical infrastructure, and early this morning and late last night, these ground operations have begun. Ultimately, the aim of this Northern Arrows, from what the Israeli declared policy is perhaps to push back the Hezbollah beyond the Litani River and create some kind of a buffer zone for safety of Israelis living in the northern part of Israel, Pooja.
All right, as Gaurav continues to bring us the latest on that, it's a big developing story and we'll be going across to him in just a short while. Remember, this is huge. IDF says this is about targeting the Hezbollah terror infrastructure. But clearly, could this escalate into a bigger conflict? Iran, remember, the main supervisor of all these allies and proxies, how will it react specifically with the ground targeting that's happened? 45 people, at least, reportedly have been killed in Lebanon. The death toll has risen with Israeli attacks in the past 24 hours to about 136, according to reports. Israeli military has declared the areas around settlements in northern Israel near the border with Lebanon as a closed military zone. Amid speculation of Israel's ground attacks in Lebanon, and now that it has officially started as well, we have aerial images. Look at the aerial images coming in on your screen, showing that Israeli army tanks massing in northern Israel by the Lebanon border, and that has now started the ground attack. Hezbollah's Deputy Secretary, General Sheikh Naam Qasim, has said that the group would appoint a new leader at the earliest opportunity after Hassan Nasrallah was killed. Remember, this is also an Iran-backed movement. And while they say they continue to fight Israel, how will Iran intervene in this? Netanyahu, meanwhile, issued an address. And that, interestingly, was addressed to the people of Iran, stating that this has been a terror regime, it does not care about people, and that Israel stands with the people of Iran and requesting them to join in. US President Joe Biden called for a ceasefire when asked about reports that Israel is preparing for a limited ground invasion of Lebanon. Remember, the world is watching this scenario right now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also dialed Benjamin Netanyahu and has said there is no place for terror in the world and India is committed to restoring peace.
There is nowhere in the Middle East Israel cannot reach. There's nowhere we will not go to protect our people and protect our country. With every passing moment, the regime is bringing you, the noble Persian people, closer to the abyss. Don't let a small group of fanatic theocrats crush your hopes and your dreams. You deserve better. Your children deserve better. The entire world deserves better. I know you don't support the rapists and murderers of Hamas and Hezbollah, but your leaders do. You deserve more. The people of Iran should know Israel stands with you. May we together know a future of prosperity and peace.
השלב הבא במלחמה נגד חיזבאללה יתחיל בקרוב, וזה יהווה גורם משמעותי בשינוי המצב הביטחוני ויאפשר לנו להשלים את החלק החשוב של החזרת התושבים לבתיהם. את זה אנחנו נעשה, וכמו שאמרתי כאן לפני חודש, אנחנו נעביר את מרכז הכובד. כך אני אומר עכשיו, אנחנו נשנה את המצב ונחזיר את התושבים הביתה בכל מעמד שהעניין הזה יידרש.
نجحت الدفاعات الجوية في القوات المسلحة اليمنية في إسقاط طائرة أمريكية النوع MQ-9 وذلك أثناء تنفيذها مهام عدائية في أجواء محافظة صعدة. وتعد هذه الطائرة هي 11 من هذا النوع التي تنجح دفاعاتنا الجوية في إسقاطها خلال هذه المعركة.
Israel may be now launching a limited operation into Lebanon. Are you aware of that? Are you comfortable with their plan?
I'm more aware than you might know, and I'm comfortable with them stopping. We should have a ceasefire now.